The first impression of the Philippines is the same for all foreigners, especially international students coming from Nigeria, because it's pretty much like Nigeria. And that's the first thing you're gonna say once you enter Manila Airport. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the red button at your right side. And for my old subscribers, I'm gonna say a very big thank you to you. You guys rock. The first impression once you get to the Manila Airport is basically the same for all international students coming to the Philippines, especially Nigerians, because once you get to the airport, you have to change your money, and the money equivalent is not really the same. Naira to peso is not the same at all. For example, 500 peso should be around 2,500 to 3,000 naira. So it's almost the same thing. Okay, no guys, number one is the school system. The school system is different. In Nigeria, we have 12 years. You have high school, and then you have primary, which is primary school and secondary school. And then once you finish your SS3, you're done. But in the Philippines, it's different. They have 10 years. Then 4 years ago, they implemented what is called K to 12 program. So those that didn't finish the 12 years, they have to go back to complete 2 years. And it was really funny because some of my classmates only attended 10 years, they only have 10 years, and some of them had to go back to do the 2 years more program to have the complete 12 years. Because if you don't have that 12 years of education system, it will be difficult for you to get a job. And if you have the certificate, you've attended the complete 12 years program, and you have your certificate, like you graduated from high school, you can easily get a job with that certificate if you have the K to 12 program certificate. And number two, I would say, is nursing school. Nursing school is different. Here, like for example, my school, once you're enrolled as a nursing student, it is a mandatory for you to live in the dormitory. Whether you like it or not, you have to. So immediately I got here, let's just say on Friday, Saturday, the school worked like half day. I went there and I was enrolled, so I was asked to start school on Monday. But then I asked, okay, do you have a dormitory? Because I didn't know where to stay, and I didn't have anybody, any family at all. They said, yeah, they do. So I just took my stuff that day to the dormitory. I started living in the dorm. And you have to stay in the dorm for 4 years until you graduate. Before, when we started, it was like, okay, you have to stay. It was like 50-50 chance. You see that you stay and you still pay the fees, the rent, or you can stay at home, come from home, but you still pay even if you don't live there. So for some of my friends that have families in the city, they just come from home, but they still pay for the dorm fee and tuition and all that. Because the tuition, everything is added to the fees are added to your tuition, and before you take exam, you have to clear all your debts. The nursing school is different if you compare Philippines and Nigeria. In the Philippines, you do practical together, theory together. But in Nigeria, you have to go to school for theory first, a different year, and then practical, a different year. But here you have to do everything, your OGT, all together within 4 years. Living in the dormitory could be really challenging and difficult because in my dorm, we were not allowed to cook. You're not allowed to bring visitors. And you have coffee of 10 p.m. And it's like this. We have water downstairs, so it's a 6-story building. It has elevator, which breaks down almost all the time. So they have water downstairs. You have to go downstairs to drink water. Big refrigerator for all students are also there, and you put your food like milk, which normally you buy fresh milk, put in the ref, some fruit, but you have to write your name because you have a lot of students there. And it was really strict but very clean, and you can save more, or it depends on how you eat. If you eat a lot of food, that means you will not save at all. But if you eat a little, you can, anything like biscuits or even juice is enough for you, then you can save more because you'll be eating out all the time. But if you can eat little food, it's very cheap. The food are cheap. You just go out during lunch break and buy food and eat. It's okay. And number 3 is the lunch. I'll be talking about the siesta, which is the lunch break. In the Philippines, the lunch break is usually 12 everywhere in the Philippines. Once it's 12, you will not see anyone in the office. You will not see anybody out. People are running. Even if you want to go to town and you try to stop a pedicab, which is a tricycle driver, to take you to town, they will just say, no, being like this, going to eat. It's like, it's like rush hour. Everyone wants to eat, and if you don't eat at that 12, it's as if you're going to die. It is so funny. Well, in Nigeria, it's different. Normally, we have our lunch around 1 p.m. or 2, and it's not like everyone is going to have the lunch. You take turns going for a lunch break. If you're working, 50 people can go, or 15 people. Then you have the next group stay in the office, and the rest will go. But here, they close everything. Lunch break, come back by 1 p.m., and they go eat, because once it's lunchtime, it is lunchtime. You gotta go. Alright, number 3 is the language in class. In the Philippines, they use Tagalog and Bisaya even in classes to teach. Even if you're a foreign student, they will still use it, even if you understand or not. It was really challenging for me at first, in classes, trying to understand what was going on. I always ask my friend, what did she say? What did he say? And they would tell me. Sometimes they say, Jenny, wait, I will tell you later. And sometimes I would just raise my hand and then ask, please, I don't understand what. Can you explain? And I said, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot that we even have a foreign student. And I said, okay, Jen, what I was saying is blah, 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 and then they will explain. So sometimes I got tired of raising hand and asking for explanation. I just wait when the class is over, ask my friends, which was also difficult for them, because they start speaking, oh my God, nosebleed. Nosebleed is like when they can speak English really well, or try to explain what is up here, like try to let the word come out with that nosebleed, so it's a little bit difficult for them. And the most surprising thing in class was you have different subjects. Every semester you have up to 22 or 23 units. If you want to have more units, they can give you, but you have to pass all the subjects. I wanted to take more units, but first you have to wait. You get your first unit, they see your grade. The passing grade in my school is 75, like the whole university is 75. Then in the university, you have different colleges, which is departments, so 10 to 20 colleges or departments in the university. So mine was College of Nursing or Department of Nursing. You have business, you have IT, you have technology, law, all kinds of departments. So different departments have their own passing grades. But for the university, for you to be enrolled in the university, you have to have 75 or more passing grade. So in nursing, our passing grade wasn't 75. In our department, it was 85. So if you get 85 and above, then you can get more units. But if you just like 75 nursing subject is 85 and above. All the subjects, related subjects, like you could have anatomy or microbiology or English or Filipino language, or you can have literature. So these are 75 is okay, 75 because they are not in nursing subjects. But nursing subject, if it's not 85, you can pass. So if you get 85 and more, you can have more units. So it was really funny stories. I had English, which is you have English 11 and English 12. So my first English subject, English 11. So I was so happy. Okay, it's English subject, right? Okay, the teacher will be speaking English. Everything will be English. I will understand. I don't have to ask questions or try to ask clarification of what the teacher was saying. Okay, to my greatest surprise, guys, it was still in Tagalog. So it's like 70% Tagalog, then 30% English in English subject. So it was really fun, but I could understand what she was trying to teach. If there's just small English words in a sentence, I will understand what the sentence is before he or she finishes the sentence. And next is study habit. The study habit of the Filipinos is very different compared to Nigerians. Nigerians will start studying because if you don't study, my God, if your parents don't whoop you, the teachers are gonna whip you. Is really very different. Is different. Here, some of my classmates don't really study. They wait until the last day of the exam. Exam is tomorrow, and you start studying tonight. And it is, for me, I try to study, let's just say a week. I give myself 1 week time to study. But because if I study 2 weeks or a month before the exam, I tend to forget. So I give myself 2 weeks or a week, and then I start studying. I have a friend who I usually study with. It's like my study buddy. So we study, and then we do brainstorming, ask each other questions, and in exam, it's very amazing. So, and it's like this. In multiple choice, she's better when it comes to multiple choice because we're like good friends. It's like my best friend. Then when it comes to essay and identification, I'm better in writing and stuff like that. So that's when we have to do brainstorming so that you'll be better in this and she will be better in the ones I am, and then we combine it together and we have to pass our exam. And next is the time. Filipinos and Nigerians, we are the same when it comes to time. There's no such thing as okay, let's say, oh, it's not Filipino time, like in my church or other my foreign friends associate. We have a group. We normally have a meeting, like a student government. I mean student government. And if we have a minute, it's like, oh, okay, most foreigners are gonna be there on time, but Filipinos is, if you say 6 p.m., the meeting starts 6 p.m. Filipinos will come in 7 or 7:30. That's when they're gonna come. And there's the same thing when it comes to Nigeria. They don't really keep time. Their time is not really that important. And it is so funny that we have that kind of similarity. Okay, guys, in the Philippines, when it comes to school, it's really funny the things that you see every day in school, in the campuses, and in your department. Oh, my dean, we had a former dean, Dean Tiger, and when I enrolled as a first-year student, she was in 72, and we have the same birthday. And this dean is like, she's the best. She's like a grandmother to all the students, all the nursing students, from first year to fourth year. And during her birthday, she's gonna cater, or like we're gonna have a feast. We will eat, everyone will sing, and every level is gonna do a presentation for her. And she treats us a lot. Like she's having subject with us, and she's teaching us, for example, management. And then she's gonna take us to Jollibee or Magdo for breakfast, and then after eating, we have to come back and we start teaching us, and it was really amazing. And guys, the last one is sickness. So in Nigeria, a nursing student, where I would just say when you're in your period, it's not in Nigeria. Who really cares about it? It's not a sickness at all. Even if you're in your period, you still go to work, you do whatever you're supposed to do. You do your daily chores, you even go to the gym, you work out, and even if you're pregnant still, you still do the same thing. But here is different. Like someone will now bring a medical certificate, like few days after being, let's just say we're absent for 5 days of class, and then why? Because I had my period. It's very funny. So if they're in a period, they call it dysmenorrhea. So you will not come to school because you're having cramps, and because of that cramp, you tell your teacher, "Oh, sir, I can't come to school tomorrow because I will be having my period." Or, "Sir, I want to go home." Why? Because I have my period now and I'm having dysmenorrhea. So you just take care and exit, and then you have to go home. But I was like, really? But for us, you really don't tell anyone that you are, your business. You don't really tell people. It's in Nigeria, who really cares about that? You have your flow, which is going on, which is pretty normal stuff, but we don't really tell people about it. Because at that time, but for me personally, at that particular days of my life, like 4 days comes every month, I don't really feel like that kind of clean or my best at that time. Everything changes, in mood swings and all that. But here, oh God, everyone will be talking about it. Oh, I have my period, sir, I have my period, mom, I have my period, I have to go home. And it's like, well, oh, okay, you have this minute, okay, you go. And it was really funny. But me, no, I didn't do that. I will not. If I have it, it's me. I will not tell anyone about it. Okay? It's just, these are just some of the differences in school. I'm just talking about school today, what's happening in the campus, and about the colleges and all that. Thanks guys for today, and I'll see you on my next video. Thanks. Okay. What is this video?